let's get started. Welcome to Mad Science. Today I have a special guest with me today. This is Dr. Slime. Say hello, Dr. Slime.
Hello.
All right, we're going to be making some slime or Play-Doh or some different things like that today. So the very first thing we're going to be making is some Play-Doh. I thought this was slime when I made it, but it's actually Play-Doh. How would you describe it, Dr. Slime?
It's like cold and soft at the same time.
Cold and soft.
And it's really easy to like tear apart.
Yes, but when you tear it apart, it's super smooth. So we're going to be making this, all right? We're going to be making a green color. You should see our camera here so you can see what we're doing. And if you want to make these later, all right, we will have the recipes on our Facebook page. So if you're looking for those, you don't have to try to hurry and rush around to write them down. We'll have them on our Facebook page here later today, okay? So first, for our Play-Doh, we're going to take a half a cup of cornstarch, and we have a mixing bowl there that Dr. Slime, go ahead, pour it in, okay? Perfect. Cornstarch does kind of have a dust when you pour it in, so just be aware of that, and super messy to clean up. All right, then we're gonna need a fourth a cup of conditioner. Earlier today when I made this pink Play-Doh, I just used like travel conditioner that I had in my bag and have been collecting forever, but we have this handy dandy pump of stuff. And so I figured that would be way easier to pump into my cup here. So I'm going to pump this in here for you.
And it's blue.
It is blue, but it could be any color. We're going to see how that plays out with our food coloring. Go ahead and dump that in, Dr. Slime.
Blue. I think we'll need a spoon.
It's okay. It's all right. There you go. Get as much out as you can. All right.
As much as I can.
Perfect. Now, if you want to add color, now is the time. We'll see how it looks. It might be blue-green since the conditioner is blue. What I used earlier was white, so I used a little bit of pink or red food coloring that turned out. So put about 4 or 5 drops in there. All right, I think you're good, Dr. Slime. I'll take that now. All right, so it is a little sticky when you mix it up. So we're going to try some baby oil on our hands, but not a whole lot. A little bit. Okay, rub them together there, Dr. Slime. So hopefully it doesn't stick to her hands too bad. All right, and then go ahead and mix that up with your hands. You don't want to get your coat all dirty. Okay. All right, go ahead and mix that up with your hands. I want to see it.
That feels weird and cool.
How's it feel in there, Autumn? Is it making our dough?
No, not really.
Let me see if I can get this out.
It's like sticking to my hands.
Keep mixing, squishing it together. Okay. Here's a little more conditioner. If it's still too dry, just add a little bit of conditioner. Keep squeezing it together. Kind of form it into a dough. Okay. I'm going to give you a little more conditioner. I did about 3 pumps in there. That's what's nice about the pump one. Add a little bit more. Squish it all together. It's getting where you can clump it together, right, Autumn?
Mm-hmm. And it smells really good.
It does smell really good. So make sure you pick a conditioner where you like to smell, because otherwise you'll be smelling it all the time when you play with it. Keep going, Autumn. You need some more conditioner?
Yeah.
We'll just pump it straight in there. There you go. Keep going.
Oh, that's really good. There's also conditioner on my hands.
That's okay. It'll come off. We'll wash them off here.
I'm a little messy.
That's the best part of Mad Science, is when you get messy.
And to have fun.
Yes. We forgot our rules. Autumn reminded me of that. What's rule number 1?
Don't have fun.
Don't have fun.
Sorry, have fun.
Have fun, okay? And rule number 2 is?
Don't.
So that one's a B.
Be safe.
Be safe, okay? So none of these we're going to eat today, okay? It wouldn't taste very good anyways. All right, see if you can squish that into a ball. Can you squish it?
Like
oh, yeah.
Bluey.
There you go.
It's like bluey green.
It's like a blue-green.
Like teal.
So yeah, take into account what color your conditioner is when you're mixing colors. You might have to do a little science there, too, to get the color that you want.
Yeah, because this is like teal.
Yeah, it's like a teal color. And you can see Autumn's hand even with the baby powder there, or baby oil, it's still a little sticky, but you should be able to scrape your fingers off. Yeah.
It's easy.
Okay. We need it to get more like this consistency.
Let's put some more conditioner.
You need a little bit more conditioner?
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of mad science. I bet we've probably put a third of a cup now by the time that we've gotten that in.
There's still a little some of that in.
Okay, we saved that just for a little bit extra in case we need it. If you get it too wet, you can add more cornstarch, or if it's too dry, you can keep adding more conditioner, which is what we're doing here.
It's just like, feel it.
Ooh, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. That's really squishy here. I like that. I think we just need to work it a little bit here. So we're going to keep squishing this together. We're going to take a quick break and head to Mr. Tim there, and we will come back and show you this and be ready for our second thing that we're going to make called clean mud.
Here you go.
Okay?
All right. Sorry, just one second. All right. That's super exciting. I think that looks really cool, and yeah, I'm super excited to see what all they can make with all this different slime and stuff. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm not sure about whether you can hear this mic great, but we'll see. Carrie's saying that it's good. All right, so today, for the Bible lesson, we are going to talk about the book of Ruth, which is the 8th book in the Bible, I believe, if I can count correctly. It's the 8th book in the Bible. It was most likely written by the prophet Samuel, but we don't know that for sure. But it was most likely written by the prophet Samuel. It covers about 50 years, so it pretty much covers the life of Ruth. It starts off with a girl named Ruth, and then it goes all the way until at least until she has her child. So the book of Ruth, if you guys are into this, is pretty much one of the best love stories ever written. It's kind of awesome if you like that. I'll read this description here for the book of Ruth real fast. Ruth was King David's great-grandmother. So you guys have probably heard of King David. He's a pretty big deal in the Bible. It said that he was a man after God's own heart. King David did a lot of great things for God. He wasn't perfect. We know that he sinned, but he also did a lot of great things for God. And so this was King David's great-grandmother, is what this book of the Bible is about. Ruth was King David's great-grandmother, but this story about her shows that she came into the family through great courage. Barely married, when she was widowed, she moved to a foreign land to show her love for her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law brought her to Bethlehem only when it was 1,000 years before Jesus was born there. She had to live as a stranger with no money and no property, and probably no friends besides her mother-in-law. The story happened during the era of the Judges. So you guys learned about the Judges yesterday. This happened during that same time, probably, around 1140 BC. But Ruth has been known for thousands of years as the book where God shows us that He can bless people who are able to show great love to other people. And it's a great love story. It's a great story of how God can provide for people. It starts off with Ruth, and Ruth marries into this family, and she marries this guy who has a brother and father and a mother, right? Like most families, or a lot of families. It's exactly like my family. And then something happens where both of the brothers die, and their father, all pretty much at the same time. They all die. And so it's Ruth and Ruth's sister-in-law and Ruth's mother-in-law, and they're stuck, and they're trying to figure out what to do. And Ruth's mother-in-law is like, you know what? I'm just going to move back to Israel. I'm just going to move back to Bethlehem. That's what I should have done in the first place. And you guys should just leave me alone. And Ruth says, no, I don't like that idea. I'm going to stick with you. I'm going to continue and go where you go. And her sister-in-law takes off, and she's like, this is quite a hassle. And so she takes off. Ruth goes to Bethlehem, and God provides for them in amazing ways. They meet a man named Boaz, and Boaz provides for Ruth. He allows Ruth to pick up wheat in his wheat fields, which, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. He allows her to take more than legally he was required to allow her to take. Um, and then after all that is said and done, Boaz is like, you know what? I should just marry you. Boaz is an older guy. He would have been probably like maybe around your grandpa's age. Um, but he was a bit older. But they kind of decided that the best option was probably for Ruth to marry Boaz. And so they have to jump through some hoops. They have to do a couple different things, and God provides exactly what they needed at the exact right times. And it ends up that Ruth and Boaz get married, and they have a child who is King David's King David's grandfather, named Obed. All right. So I'm going to toss up a poll here. Hopefully, you guys get it. You guys should have seen a poll pop up on your screen there. Did it show up yet? Did not. All right, I'm going to try relaunching this poll. Hopefully, this works out. Relaunch poll number 1. How about that time? I'll try it one more time, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll just ask you guys the questions. But we'll see. Oh, you got it. Awesome. So cool. I love it when technology works, and I don't love it when technology doesn't work. All right. Let's see. For the first question there, in Ruth 1:8-12, Naomi tries to talk her widowed daughters into, did Naomi try to talk them into staying with her, into giving her money, or going home into their own people? Which one did Naomi try to talk her widowed daughter-in-laws into? I put daughters there, but it's actually her daughter-in-laws. And you guys are correct. Naomi tried to talk Ruth and I think Orpah into going home to be with their own people, and Ruth did not listen. Orpah agreed to leave Naomi, but Ruth said this in Ruth 1:16, that she would not leave Naomi, and that she would make Naomi's God her God, or both. So Naomi worshipped God, like the one true God, our God, Jehovah. And you guys are correct. She said both. She said that she would not leave Naomi, that she would take care of Naomi as best she could, and that she would go so far as to make Naomi's God her God. And that's a big deal because Ruth and Ruth's people were not God's chosen people. She actually worshipped different gods, and she made this decision that she would leave that fake God to worship this new God, to worship the one true God, actually. When Ruth and Naomi returned to Bethlehem, they had no way to feed themselves. Boaz did this for Ruth in Ruth 2:8. Did he give her money? Did he give her wheat to eat, or did he offer to marry her? And you guys are correct. He gave her wheat to eat. At this point, he hadn't offered to marry her quite yet. All right. Question number 4. We only have 5 questions today, so we'll just be going through those 5. Question number 4. People's word was very good back then. People's word. Sorry, I typed that twice. Man, this is an off day. Instead of writing contracts in business, they simply did this in Ruth 4:7. So instead of like signing a contract, or you guys might have like accepted a terms of service agreement for some program on a computer or something, instead of doing that to say, yeah, we agree on this, they would do this instead. They spit on the ground, shake each other's hands, or take each other's sandals. And you guys are correct. They would take each other's sandals. There's actually different degrees of contracts that they can make like this. And taking each other's sandals is one of the more severe ones. It was one of the higher tiers of an agreement that they can make with each other. I think there was only one tier that was even higher than that. All right, last question. In Ruth 4, Verses 16 and 17 shows that Ruth and Boaz's baby being named this, and he was King David's grandfather. Was it Judah, Joseph, Obed, or Jesse? One of those things is not like the other, and it might be the answer. And you guys are correct. It was Obed, the one name that wasn't a J name. I don't know why that is, but you are correct. All right, as always, this book is super short. It's 4 chapters. You guys have like no excuse to not read it, right? So I would totally encourage you to go read it. It's a great, easy read. I kind of gave you guys a good overview of it, but definitely go check it out. Check out God's Word. We encourage you guys to be reading it every day. Don't take my word for what God's Word says, but read it for yourselves. Ask your parents about God's Word. They would love to talk to you about it, all right? I'm going to send it back over to Carrie if she's ready. And yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Something else. Okay, now we have our Play-Doh ready, and this actually even turned out better than before. It's okay. We can hold it under either one. I think it's squishier. What do you think, Autumn?
It's like way squishy than that pink slime.
Yeah.
And it's like slime that's Play-Doh.
Yes, it's pretty awesome. It's more of a Play-Doh consistency. So apparently herbal essence is the way to go. All right. So don't use your hotel shampoo or your conditioner. I say herbal essence is way to go. All right. Now we're moving on. I'll take that. All right. Dr. Slime here. If you may have got her real name, just ignore it. Okay. All right. Now, this is very important. It's called clean mud. All right. You'll see us here up on the screen. This is 1 cup of baking soda. Okay. And this one you're going to get messy. Okay. You're going to get your hands messy. So dump that in, Autumn.
Already did.
Okay. Now we're going to add to it a cup of water. Okay. Mr. Tim, can you do our overhead shot here for us? Can you spotlight us? Thank you. All right. Hold on just a second. There we go. Go ahead. Pour it in. Now it's not going to do a whole lot, but you're going to mix it with your hands. Go ahead and do that, Autumn.
I might get a little green because I have green in my hand.
That's okay.
Whoa, it feels like
slide. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This like feels like sand.
It kind of feels like sand, yeah. Mix in that water a little more.
It's now like got self skinny like. You want to feel it?
Sure. What do you think? Ooh, what do you think it feels like?
Like I don't know. It feels like
is it
feels
hot
like
or cold?
wet sand.
Like wet sand? That's a good description. It's very fun to play with in the bowl. How about that? The Play-Doh that we made could come out of the bowl. This is more where you can press it and it will hold a shape. So like if you have some kinetic sand molds, it would probably fit in there. You can smooth it out, but it is kind of gritty like sand. It's also cold. So it's kind of nice today when it's warmer. Your hands can be in something cold.
While you're outside.
Right. It would be perfect. All right. There's also something cool. It only took 2 ingredients. Super easy to make. All right. It is a little messy. All right. You'll want to keep it in the bowl and kind of, put that on. But we're going to do something else. It's kind of like a secondary thing. All right. When you're done playing with this.
Secondary colors, but a secondary thing.
Right. It's like the second. All right. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. When you're all done with it, because once you do this, it won't be any good anymore. All right. I have this big jug of vinegar. All right. We're going to put this in here. And you can watch it fizz. You can stir it around if you want with your hands. You can see all those bubbles.
Oh, it feels. Whoa.
It kind of like melts in your hand, doesn't it? It's just kind of like gone. You can even pour it in again. And it'll fizz up again. There's so much baking soda in there that it will keep going for quite some time. So whenever you're done with it, it just all dissolves in the vinegar towards the end, and then you're able to dump that out. Okay? So,
can we do it again?
Dr. Slime, will you wipe off your hands for me?
Yes.
The last thing that we're going to make today is the most amazing slime ever, and we have made
that was easy.
A lot of slime at our house. Okay, this is probably the nicest feeling slime. It's stretchy, has a good consistency. All right, so I'm going to give you this recipe. And we'll have it on our Facebook page. Okay, for the most amazing slime ever.
That's good, isn't it?
Just wait for it, Dr. Slime. She's guessing already, okay? So she is correct. All right, we have 1 cup of, I used Elmer's glue in that big jug. So go ahead and pour that in. You might need the spoon to scrape that out, so don't forget that. You're doing a great job, Dr. Slime. We actually made this for a VBS that we did, and it was amazing. So absolutely love it. And it stays really nice, too. Okay, I think you got most of it. All right, keep that spoon or our stirring device. I love the word stirrer, so I always say it funny. So it's our stirrer or a stirring device. Go ahead and pour in. We have 1/4 cup of water. Go ahead and pour that in. Okay. Then, go ahead. There's just a little bit, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Mix that all up. Okay, make sure that glue.
And towards the end, you can use your hands.
Yes, we're going to get to where we can play with it in our hands. Right now, you probably don't want to use your hands. So you're going to whip that up. Keep whipping. Whip it good. Okay, so it's all kind of mixed up. It looks like watery glue because that's what it is. All right, watery glue with a little baking soda. Now is the time if you want to add some colors. I have some Wilton food coloring little jars here. It's like food gel coloring. Okay, so it's a little different than the squeeze kind. A little color goes a long way. So I brought some toothpicks. So dip them in on them. Dr. Slime, sorry. And whip it around in there with the toothpick. Oh no, we have a slimy spoon. Go ahead. Whip it around there. Okay, now get another toothpick. Get a different one. I don't want that glue in the, yep, stick it in. Get a little more color. Okay, put it in your slime. Okay.
Where did I put this one?
Keep going. You can just drop it on the tray. Go for it. Here, I got a lot. Okay, so we have some nice reddish pink in there. Go ahead and do some blue, Dr. Slime. We're going to make like a purpley blue, I don't know, color. Okay? And as we mix our slime, it will mix together more to end up to be purple. Okay, but we want to add the color in now. That darn spoon. Look at it. Look how cool it is, though. It's marbled.
Yeah, it's marbled. We would return. Whoa,
Okay.
that's cool.
That should be good. Now, if you want to add glitter, you can also add glitter. We're a big fan of glitter. Go for it. Dump it in. Put a lot in there. Go for it. Shake it.
Wait, hold on.
Just, yeah, turn it. There you go.
Why is it not coming out that easily? Can I just take the lid off?
No, I think you're good. That should be good. A little smidge more of.
Okay, can I?
I almost call them sprinkles. They're not sprinkles of glitter. Okay, you're gonna be messy. This is where the fun part is. Right now, we just have globby glue with glitter and color in it. Okay, you're gonna take 3 tablespoons of contact solution or saline solution. Get your spoon here. All right, and this is where the magic is going to happen. Okay, once you pour this in, your slime is going to start to form. Ooh, and those colors. Stir, Dr. Slime. Stir like you've never stirred before.
It's actually turning into a blob.
It is turning. It is. So it'll turn into the blob.
Can I use my hands?
Yes, go for it. Dig in. Dig in.
Ooh, feel it.
So pretty soon you won't.
It feels like real slime now.
Yes. So that one ingredient, that saline solution, changed it. Look at Dr. Slime there. Okay. Just mixing. Our colors also mixed together really well because of that too. How would you describe it?
It's like regular slime, but mixed with colors.
Okay. Is it sticky? Is it dry? What is it?
It's sticky.
It's a little sticky?
And cold.
Yes, it is
cold.
cold.
Warming and cold. And it's really easy to wet. And it's really easy to shred.
But pretty easy to get off your hands. Right? You can just peel it off. Yeah. It's not quite as stuck on your hands as before. Oh, this is my favorite part of mad science. When you're sticky and messy.
Wait, is this our last
one? So,
one?
you can pull this out of the bowl here, and it's getting so it's not as watery. This is a whole lot of slime.
Yeah.
All right? It takes up 2 of Dr. Slime's hands, okay? And so, yeah, you can pop it, you can crack it. It makes quite a bit.
Hold on.
Okay? You can pat it down.
Wait, hold on. I need one.
You can do all kinds of stuff with it I didn't know you could do, apparently.
I'm trying to make You can make bubbles.
Okay, you're gonna try to make some noise with it.
Little
Okay,
more color.
so you can see it makes a lot, and it's like the perfect stretchy, amazing slime, okay? And it's not super messy. It's easy to clean up, all right? So if you guys have any questions, let us know. Again, we will be posting all of these recipes on our Facebook page, so you can visit there if you want to try any of them. And we just thank you so much for visiting with us today and to be doing some of these with Dr. Slime. So thanks, Dr. Slime, for being here.
Thank you.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you for joining us here on Virtual Camp. We hope to see you next time.